Okay, so I started reading The Chalkman as my prompt for reading a book with Halloween colors on the cover. I'm about halfway through. So yeah, I'm like 128 pages and there's like 270 so far. And I read a lot from this book reviews, and it seemed I was expecting a little bit more. I think like I was expecting more by now. Like it feels like nothing's happening. Like things are happening, but it's not really relevant to the actual main story. Like it's just kind of like almost like filler. Like there's stuff that happens, but it's not like it goes towards, at least not towards the synopsis. Like it's that part of the story that I'm expecting. It feels like we're just now getting to that. And I don't know, I was expecting to get to that sooner, I think. Especially since it's in the synopsis. And we're halfway through, and the stuff you were telling me about, it's just now happening. So I feel like it should have happened sooner. That's just my thoughts. But I am still enjoying it though. We're starting to get into chapters, but the chapter will end, and it's like in a spot where you're like, oh, kind of a moment like, oh, that's interesting, or oh, what's going to happen next, kind of a thing. So I'm kind of hoping that just elevates more and more and more as we progress, as we keep going. Other than that, I like Eddie. He's not a very trusting guy. Like, he's got friends that he's just like, not, like, he doesn't like back up. Like, he's got this roommate, Chloe, who is like, obviously wanting, and maybe this is just me, not, like, it's just going over my head. And there's two timelines, I don't know if I told you that. There's two timelines, one from when he's a kid and one when he's an adult. Chloe is his roommate when he's an adult, obviously. And so, like, they're sitting there they're talking, they're having a chit chat, and she's like starting to actually open up, but it's like he's like completely not trusting her. Like he's expecting whatever she's like opening up about is gonna be like almost like evil or something. And I just feel like that wasn't necessary. So there's that. But I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. It's okay. It's just I don't know. I wanted, like I said, I expected a little bit more by now, and we're not there yet. So I hope to, when I report again, that things happen that are much, much more exciting, because it seems like it's starting to go that way now. So we'll see. Okay, so I am sitting in my car for lunch, work-wise, and I have about 30 pages left of The Chalkman. So I'm going to try to finish this before I have to go back to work, and hopefully I can tell you my fresh ending the book thoughts. But last time I left you, I was confused on why he was very sus of his roommate, and I was saying how things were just now, halfway through the book, they're just now getting into what the synopsis was of the book. And sadly, I have this much left, and it's still not really gone anywhere. Yay. The creepy vibes are there, and there are creepy things that happen, but it's not what I expected. But we'll see. We'll see how it ends. Maybe the ending is like, holy crap moment. So we'll see. See what happens. Okay, so I'm going to read my book now. Yay. So I gotta get back to work, and I didn't finish. I got like 10 pages left, but I'm not going to be able to I don't think so. But I did get to the point where the killer is revealed, even though it was not someone that, the little twist of why it was the killer, that was good. I liked that quite a bit, actually. the killer itself, though, after the twist of why it would be, I can't say much because I don't want to ruin it for anybody else who wants to read it, but I liked the twist. I liked the twist of the murder itself. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But once that was revealed, then the killer should be, at least in my mind, should be easy to figure out. And so that part wasn't so much. But like I said, that part is over. Now it's like going into the aftermath after all the action. So, I mean, unless something like, and if it does, if something amazing happens in the next 5 pages, then and it doesn't seem like it's going to. Well, maybe. I just wrote a sentence that sounds pretty good. All right, so once I'm done, I'll report back, but it won't be in my car. Okay, so I finished the book. Short man. I literally had a chapter left. I think it was like maybe 10 pages. And that chapter, yeah, it definitely needed to be read. But man, what a strange ending. What a strange man. What a strange story. I haven't decided yet what I was going to rate it. But I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a 3-star. There was nothing like outrageous about it. And there was nothing like, I never had the moment of a, or a, ooh, or a, oh, I gotta keep going. And I like that in my thrillers. I don't know if you would call this a thriller. I don't know what you would call this. Mystery? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I finished it. It's done. Moving on. So my next book for this reading challenge, I'm reading Final Girls by Riley Sager. This is my slasher checkmark. I'm outside my backyard and it's starting to get, the sun's starting to go down. So I figured I would go inside, but before I did, I figured I would give you my first impressions because I'm 6 chapters in, not very far. And I kind of like the starting of it. It's basic, but I kind of like the main character. She's kind of, I don't know what she reminds me of yet, but she reminds me of someone. Anyway, I like her spunk and her attitude, and the fact that she bakes is cute. I don't think I should do spoilers, but so this book is about what it says, Final Girl. So like in a slasher movie, it's the last person, the last girl who is alive and survives whatever tragic thing is happening. And so this is about her and there's 2 other girls that are labeled by the media and the press as Final Girls. And so it's supposed to be mainly about her, but then the other 2 girls that she relates to. One of the girls, if you know, you know, but one of the girls, something has happened. So I hope that's not even a spoiler. But anyway, something has happened, and so she's trying to deal. The main character. What is her name? I can't find it. Well, anyway, so it's good. I like the beginning of it. I like the start. I liked how it started off. Already kind of like a slasher movie, like an ending of a slasher movie. That was pretty cool. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So I'm glad that I picked it. So far, I'm glad that I picked it as my slasher choice prompt. So we'll see how it keeps going. Just really quick, I'm listening to Final Girls still, so I don't have the book with me because I'm on my lunch break. But the boyfriend, I think his name was Josh, the boyfriend of the main character, I don't like him. I feel like he is kind of a douche. Kind of. Like he wasn't very nice to Sam, like, at all, without any reasoning to be. I mean, he kind of has reasoning now in the spot that I'm at, but in the very, very beginning when he first meets Sam, it's like he's freaking like drilling her for all kinds of information that he has no right to have. And then like he acts like, you know, the main character should like ditch Sam. I'm just like, what? Why? Like, from his point of view at that time, it was just like, why are you being like this? And then he comes back around and he's like, you know what? Everything's great. I'll just be this perfect boyfriend, and, you know, take care of you and take care of Sam. And I'm just a great guy, ain't I? Like, I hate that. Like when someone's like, oh, and then there was a line in there that he says, and he like, cause he like he does something, you know, kind of nice for Sam at one point in time in the book. And then like it's commented on that was a nice thing to do. And he's like, see, I'm a nice guy. Or it was something like I'm a nice guy, or ain't I a nice guy? Or and it's just so cringy. It's just like, I hate that line. I hate it when guys say that. Or girls, anyone who like, see, I'm a nice person. Look at me, I'm so nice. It's like, you're not so nice if you pretty much give yourself a pat on the back for what you just did. Okay? Okay, so figured I would do an update. A couple days have kind of like came and gone, so I got lots to update on, but at the same time, I gotta get going to work. So, you know, kind of we're gonna see what we can do, okay? So I finished Final Girls. I ended up giving this a 4-star. There we go. Not 5-4. There you go. Kendra. And I enjoyed it. I liked the ending. I should have known the ending was coming, but I didn't. My thoughts about the characters. So the main character, Quincy, I don't like her. I think I already said that in another vlog, but if I didn't, did I? I can't remember. I don't think I did. So I'm not a big fan of her. I wasn't a big fan of her towards the end. She kind of annoyed the crap out of me. She's obviously very unhinged, and she knows that she's unhinged, but instead of like, oh, I don't know, letting people that she trusts and loves in and letting them know that there's something wrong, she just is like, yeah, I'm fine, everything's fine. Meanwhile, like, everything's burning behind her, and she's like, yeah, this is totally fine. So I wasn't a big fan of her in the end. But she seems to, I don't know. Anyway, so there's her, and then her, the second final girl, Sam, things happen with her, and even though, like, I don't think you're supposed to, like, be a big fan of hers, I am. So let's just say that friendship goes a long way with me, in the aspect of, like, loyalty. So there's that. I liked her, even though I don't think I'm supposed to like her. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, she knew who she was. She knew who, what like her missions were, and like what to do to get the job done, you know? And she had goals. She got to those goals, dang it. So there's that. And then the boyfriend, I did talk about him in a vlog, and he ends up being like pretty much a throwaway character in my opinion. So there's that. Like, okay, well, there's that. That's probably a spoiler. So, you know, I'm talking about the ending of a book. So they're going to be I'm not obviously going to give you the big twists or anything, but the characters, I'm going to discuss them a little bit. And I feel like he's a throwaway character. Like, I feel like he wasn't really needed. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, so there's that. And then there's a few other characters that I want to discuss, but I can't because I would tell you things that you probably don't want to know about. But I gave this a 4-star, and it is a good slasher book. I mean, it's not the slasher. It definitely gave me, because there's a cabin involved in this book, and so that gave me Friday the 13th vibes. So that was kind of cool. I enjoyed that. that was nice. I liked that a lot. I definitely liked when they kept going back to the cabin scenes, even though, that's what made her a final girl. So I don't know if I'm supposed to like it, but I did. I enjoyed it. So there's that, 4 stars. Yay! The next I don't actually have. It's called The Haunting, and my husband will put it up here, but I don't remember the name of the author. But it just happened. I was supposed to read a different book, The Haunting of something, something, but I ended up, I finished Final Girls because I was listening to this. I finished it in the middle of a work shift, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll read this other book called Legends and Lattes, which I'll tell you about in my wrap-up because it's got nothing to do with Summerween. And I was like, I'll start this, but then I finished it. I finished Legends and Lattes within a half of a day. It was fantastic, by the way, just spoiler alert. It was great. So I was like, oh crap, I still have the rest of the day to go by, and I might as well just start another book. So I was just like going through my Audible of like purchases but not listened to yet. And apparently at some point in time in life, I bought a thing called The Haunted. And again, I don't know the author's name. So my next recording, I'll be sure to mention the author name because then I'll know it. But I was like, oh, well, I have to read a book for the Summerween that has haunt in the title. So I'll just read this one instead. So I started listening to that one, and it is so far very, very good. I really like hauntings in books. It doesn't have to like be a true haunting in the end or anything like that, but I really do enjoy like the whole spooky atmosphere that haunting houses or haunting anything, what it entails and like what it brings in the book and the story. And so I really enjoy that like a lot. I like that quite a bit. And this really brings it, man. Let me tell you, so far I'm 10 chapters in. It's like 30 chapters long. Audible. I don't own the book. And yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff so far. It's about a family, mom, dad, brother, sister, and they move. They're starting to really not enjoy their neighborhood anymore, like at all. People are starting to foreclose and people are starting to sell. And so they decided to move to another house in a different town, but it's the same school district, so it doesn't hurt their kids in any way. Anyway, so they find this new house, and it's a steal, go figure, because it's haunted. And spooky crap is happening right now. And it happens real quick. I am really liking the beginning of this book. I'm like 25% through, and oof, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Spooky stuff is happening. And so, I mean, like I said, they moved into this new house, and like it's starting to be revealed that they're all having the same dream. But they're not willing to talk to each other about it because they feel like they're being a bunch of babies about this whole situation. I'm like, dude, what? Someone needs to start talking. And they have a basement in this new house, and they all are having a dream about going into this basement. They all have different reasoning in their nightmares. They're all having a different reasoning to go down to this basement. But when they get down there, they all have a situation happen where there's some kind of figure there, but all they can see is the smile. He gives a wicked, horrible, shiny smile, and so that like freaks them all out, and it makes them wake up. So they're starting to finally like give their feelings about the house to like they're starting to discuss it with each other. The kids are doing less so because they don't want to look like she's like a preteen and he's like 10 or 11, something like that. So they're like at that age where they're like, I'm tough. There's no big deal. And then the daughter is a little older, and she has a cell phone and starts getting these really creepy text messages. And so that's starting in on the book as well. And so she doesn't want to say anything about it though, because she doesn't want mommy to take away her phone, God forbid, preteen, exactly a thought process a preteen would probably have. Oh God, if I say anything to anybody, they're gonna take my phone away. So that's what's going on, and it is fantastic, and it's like almost like a hidden gem because I didn't even realize I even had it on my Audible account. I don't know how or when or anything else or why I got this book, but I'm loving it so far, and I'm glad that I've decided to just flip through the books that I've purchased but never listened to, because otherwise I don't know if I would have found it for this Summerween. I am glad that I'm reading it because it is right on the money for this kind of atmosphere of Summerween. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got for right now. I'll check back in probably during my lunch hour or something to let you know how I continue feeling about this book. I'm pretty sure I'll be finishing it up real soon. I'm going to finish it before Summerween ends, that's for sure. So maybe I'll have this vlog up way before Summerween ends, but we'll see. Okay, so apparently the car is the best place in the world during my lunch breaks to do reading vlog check-ins. So that's why I'm always in my car, because I'm always at work. Anyway, I finished the book yesterday, and it's good. It's really good. I'm giving it's called The Haunted, and it's I forgot the author again. Bentley Little? Maybe I got that right? Who knows? Anyway, so it was good. I'm so glad. I can't, I said before, I can't believe that this book was just sitting in my Audible, and I don't know how long it's been there. I really don't. I don't know how long, because I don't remember getting it. I don't remember getting it, and I don't remember why I got it. But I'm glad I did, because it is good, and it ends in a way that is unexpected, and it's not a fairy tale ending, which I like a lot, and it's just good. I don't know what else to say. It's just good. And the only reason why it's not a 5-star read for me is there is happens to be a timeline situation with chapters, and it's the present with this family that I already told you about, and then now and then chapters will go into it where it's a timeline of the past, I'm talking about centuries and centuries, the 1700s and the 1800s, and to do with the land that this house is on. So it's supposed to be pretty much explaining what's going on, it's explaining why things are happening, okay? But I feel and it's needed, it is needed, but it's way towards the end, and I feel like it needed to be it didn't need to be in the very beginning, because then it would have given away whether or not it would have given things away. But I'm glad it wasn't in the beginning, because if it was in the very beginning of the book, I feel like it would give things away. But it's too far. I feel like it's too far towards the end, to the point where it was almost like the author was oh yeah, crap, I gotta add these chapters in there. I'll just film in the end. And in reality, and because of that, it was almost oh wait, there's more to this story than just this family. Wait, where are we at again? It's almost you get taken out of the fact that this story has 2 timelines, and you're wait, there's another timeline to this? Oh, okay. All right. And it takes a little minute to adjust to that. And I feel like if it was not, like I said, not in the very beginning of the book, but if it was closer to the middle than it would be at a better spot. It wouldn't be so jolting to find out that there's another timeline other than the family's version. So there's that. But that's the only critique I have for it, because everything else I thought it's very haunting. It's very creepy. It gets to you. it does. And there's all kind, I'm telling you right now, there is all kinds of so just know though that there are a bunch of triggers all over this place, all over this book, like all over the place. Okay, so there's like self-cutting situations happening in this book, and you know, kids are involved, so there's that. And what else? There's bad parenting. Not from the two parents, but it's not, and even history stuff, like if that bothers you, even though it is part of history, there's stuff in trigger wise in there too. So just know that going in, that you know, that's this book. So if that's something that's not interesting to you, I would definitely skip it, because it's sprinkled all over this book. But the actual scary horror part of this book is fantastic. It's exactly what I like out of a haunting book with the word haunt in it. But I'm done. I'm done with all the little prompts. I didn't record myself. I should have, but I didn't. I ended up making, I don't know if I'm supposed to bake. I don't bake. I cook, but I don't bake. Baking, it takes too much patience. I did make a drink. I have a drink that it's a matcha drink. It's iced, and I put peppermint and vanilla in it, and it is fantastic. And it's green, so I thought, hey, that kind of fits, right? See? So I hit that prompt too. And reading in the dark, that's another prompt, which I do every night. So that wasn't going to be a thing for me anyway. So there we go. I hit all the prompts. I'm done with Summerween, my first Summerween ever. And I hope I had fun. It was a good time. And I'm noticing that there's a lot of YouTubers that do Summerween. So I didn't realize that there were so many booktubers that did this. But I'm glad to see that it's extremely popular, because it's a great thing. I don't know the second host. I don't know. I probably should go see her video. But Gabby Reads is the one that I heard this from. She's the one of the hosts of the two, and she's great. So you know. Thank you. Okay, so the Summerween, yeah, I just want to make sure I said that right, is completed. I'm 100% done. I did all the little prompts, and I'm like finishing up, making sure everything came through correctly and all that stuff. And I realized I never did an intro to the whole thing, so sorry that there was like a very, very just getting into it, reading kind of a intro. So sorry about that, but I'm doing an outro, so yay me, I've got my life together, I promise. So as you saw already, I read 3 books for the Summerween. I read I read Final Girls for my slasher. There were 5 prompts, so there was make something, which I did make something, I just didn't record it. Again, I've got my life together, I promise. I already told you this in the last video, so I don't think I need to do it again. But I did make my little matcha drink, and then I read, there was Rita Slasher, so that's why I read Final Girls. I ended up giving this 4 stars. It was very, very good. I enjoyed it immensely. Another Riley Sager that has done wonders. I am starting to notice, though, that I am liking his older stuff more so than his newer stuff. Survive the Night was not a fan. I'm not a fan of at all. And spoiler alert for my wrap up, I did read House Across the Lake, and I did like it more than Survive the Night, but this one and like Lock Every Door, Home Before Dark, those are far better ones, let me tell you. So there's that for my slasher. And then I read The Haunted by, sorry, I don't own The Haunted. It's on Audible. I've said that multiple times as well, by Bentley Little. Here we go. And it got 4 stars out of me as well. It's a higher 4-star than the Riley Sager book, but I enjoyed it immensely. But I'm a big, huge fan of hauntings and just any kind of creepy vibes. I like creepy vibes more than I like a bunch of blood and gore and slasher vibes. I'm more of a creepy, everything's happening and I can't control it vibes. So that was a really good book. I really recommend that, especially if you're a big ghost fan. And then I read The Chalk Man as the prompt for Halloween colors on the cover. So orange and black, can't get much better than that. CJ Tudor is the one that wrote this one. I believe I gave this 3 stars, 3 or 4 stars. I can't remember. I have to look on Goodreads. This is my first one that I read for the Summerween for the week, and this was decent. It has a very slow, like everything's very slow. It is deliberate, and it's very obvious that it's deliberate, but I kind of wish there was, even though it's not very, I don't think this is a very big book, I feel like there was a lot added to it to make it to make it the size. Like, I wish that CJ Tudor would have just made a novella over this story instead, because I feel like there was a lot of added to it just to add, and it wasn't really necessary for the plot. But I still enjoyed it. I liked it. It was good. So those were my books, and I had a lot of fun doing my very first reading vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I guess I will see you guys later. Bye.